You ever notice how people talk to themselves? Not out loud, of course. No, no, no. That would be weird, right? But up here, inside their own little heads, oh, it never stops. A never-ending loop spinning round and round. And the best part, you ever wonder why some people just walk through life like they own it? Like the whole world is some grand stage and they're the lead actor, the star of the show? Meanwhile others, oh, they shrink. They whisper instead of speak, tiptoe instead of stride. And the funny thing is, it's not about talent, not about luck. No, no, no. It's about something so much smaller, something so much bigger. It's about the words running through their heads. See, most people don't even realize it, but there's a little voice up here rattling around like a broken record. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. No one cares what I have to say. And it plays on a loop over and over and over again until one day they don't just think it, they know it, they become it, because that's how it works, isn't it? The words you repeat aren't just words, they're seeds. And oh, they grow. So let's say someone, let's call them, I don't know, the average person, wakes up in the morning, they look in the mirror, and what's the first thing that slips out? Oh, I look terrible. They drag themselves to work, muttering, today's gonna be awful. Something goes wrong. Of course it did, because I'm an idiot. And by the end of the day, they're exhausted, drained, looking for someone to blame. Maybe the job, maybe the world, maybe luck itself. But never once do they turn around and look at the real culprit. 'Cause it's them. It's always been them. Every word they whisper to themselves, every line they repeat, it sticks, digs in deep, roots itself into the very core of who they are. And you know the real joke? They don't even fight it. Oh no, they accept it, own it, defend it like some precious little heirloom passed down through generations. This is just who I am. They say it with such conviction, such certainty, never realizing that the only reason it's true is because they made it true. Now, imagine something different. Imagine the same person, same morning, same mirror, but this time something shifts. Instead of groaning, instead of sighing, instead of listing all the reasons today's going to be just another waste of air, they say something else. Something simple, something dangerous. I am unstoppable. Now, at first, it doesn't feel real. Oh, no, 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 it feels fake, like slipping on someone else's skin. Because that little voice, that nasty little critic, it fights laughs in their face. Who do you think you are? You? Unstoppable? That's a good one. But here's where the magic happens. They say it again and again and again. Maybe they don't believe it at first. Maybe they choke on the words. Maybe they feel ridiculous. But if they keep going, if they keep repeating it, something strange starts to happen. The mind, it listens. And the more it hears something, the more it accepts it. Like a sculptor chipping away at stone. Like a hypnotist whispering deeper, 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 until one day, without even realizing it, that person doesn't just say it anymore, they are it. They walk differently, stand taller, look people in the eye instead of the floor. And the world, oh, the world notices, because that's the real trick. The world treats you exactly the way you train it to. Show it weakness and it will chew you up, spit you out, and laugh while doing it. But show it strength, show it conviction, show it a fire that refuses to go out, and suddenly things start shifting, doors open, heads turn. The same people who used to ignore you, doubt you, step over you, they start paying attention. And the best part is that it was never about them to begin with. It was never about proving anything to anyone else. It was always about one thing. One simple, terrifying, powerful thing. The words you repeat shape the reality you live in. You ever notice how people believe the dumbest things? No, really, someone hears a rumor once, maybe twice, and suddenly it's the truth. No questions, no doubts, just fact. But the real magic, the real trick, it's not about what's true, it's about what you hear the most. You tell a kid he's smart, and he walks around like a little genius. Tell another one he's stupid, and he won't even try. Not because it's true, but because it got repeated again and again and again. That's the thing about the human brain. It's lazy, doesn't care about truth. It cares about patterns. The more it hears something, the more it accepts it. Like a little parrot sitting up there, nodding along, saying, "Oh yeah, I guess that must be right." And before you know it, what started as a little whisper turns into something solid, something real. So now, picture this. You wake up, first thought in your head, "Ugh, another awful day." And your brain, oh, it just loves to agree. "Yep, awful day coming right up." Then you spill your coffee. "Of course, just my luck. Run late. Why does this always happen to me?" And by noon, you're already dragging down. Not because the world is against you, not because some cosmic force decided you were the universe's favorite punching bag, but because you trained yourself to see it that way. See, your mind? It's a sponge. Soaks up whatever you feed it, whether it's poison or power. And most people, oh, they're drinking the poison with a smile. They don't even realize it. Every little self-doubt, every little insult they throw at themselves, it sticks. And once it sticks, it controls them. Because once you believe something, really believe it, you start acting like it's true. And when you act like it's true, the world reacts like it. Now, let's play a little game. What if, just what if, you flipped the script? What if, instead of feeding yourself the same old garbage, you tried something different? What if, every morning before the world had a chance to beat you down, you whispered something else to yourself, something strong, something dangerous? Something like, "I am unstoppable." Now at first, oh, your brain is gonna fight it. Laugh in your face, you? Unstoppable? That's rich, because that lazy little sponge upstairs, it's used to the other words, the ones that keep you small. But here's where it gets fun. You don't stop. You say it again and again and again. And your brain, oh, it starts getting confused, starts thinking, "Wait a second, we've been hearing this a lot. Maybe there's something to it." And then something happens, something weird. One day, you wake up, and you don't just say it, you feel it. You walk differently, shoulders back, eyes up, a little fire in your step, and guess what? The world, oh, it notices. People start looking at you differently, treating you differently, not because they changed, but because you did. Because here's the real trick. Your mind doesn't care what's true. It only cares what it hears the most. So tell it something different. Tell it something dangerous, and watch what happens. You ever notice how a little thought, just a tiny little whisper, can turn into a full-blown storm inside someone's head? It starts small, harmless even. "I can't do this." Just a thought, right? A passing cloud. But then it comes back. again and again. And before you know it, it's not just a thought anymore, it's a fact. The mind is a funny thing. It doesn't care what's real. No, it just listens and obeys. And the more you tell it something, the more it believes. Doesn't matter if it's the truth. Doesn't matter if it's a lie. You say it enough times and suddenly it's who you are. You ever wonder how people become unshakable? The ones who walk into a room and own it, who speak and make the world listen. They weren't born like that. No one is. Somewhere along the way they figured it out. The secret, the little trick that separates the strong from the weak, the powerful from the forgotten. It's not talent, not luck. It's repetition, pure, simple, relentless repetition. Take a weak thought, just a little one. I'm not good enough. Now you say that to yourself once or twice, maybe just floats away, but say it every day, morning, night, over and over. That thought roots itself in, digs deep, becomes part of you, and then, it controls you, like a little puppeteer pulling the strings, making you hesitate, making you doubt, making you small. Now flip it, take a strong thought. I am unstoppable, say it once. Hey, maybe it feels silly, twice, still fake, but keep going every day, over and over and over, and the mind, it starts to crack, starts to shift, and then the magic happens. Because the moment you believe something, it changes how you move, how you speak, how you breathe, and the world reacts to that. You ever see how some people demand respect without saying a word? That's not an accident. That's programming they did. That's the little game no one tells you about. The words in your head, they're either sharpening you into something unbreakable, or they're rotting you from the inside out. And the worst part, most people never even question them. They just accept it. Take every little fear, every little doubt, and treat it like the truth, like it's carved in stone, but it's not. Because here's the thing, your thoughts, they're just echoes. Echoes of what you hear the most. You want to be strong, you feed yourself strength. You drown your mind in it until it has no choice but to become it. You don't let weak words slip in. Not even once, not even for a second. Because the moment you let them in, they start digging. And once they dig in, they don't leave. Not without a fight. So what do? You replace them, overwrite them. You take control of the loop playing in your head and you make it yours. Because in the end, the only thing standing between you and the life you should be living is the story you keep repeating. People walk around thinking the world decides how they get treated. Like it's all random. Like it's all luck. If only they were smarter, richer, better looking, then maybe they'd get the respect they want. The admiration, the power. They act like life is some big casino and they're just waiting for the right hand to be dealt. But here's the joke. The house doesn't control the game. They do. See, the world, it takes its cues from you. It watches how you move, how you speak, how you carry yourself, and it adjusts. Because people are like mirrors. They reflect back whatever you show them. Walk around like you don't matter, like you're small, like you're just hoping to get through the day unnoticed. Guess what? That's exactly how they'll see you, exactly how they'll treat you. But step into a room like you own it, like you belong there, like there isn't a single person alive who could shake you. Suddenly everything shifts. eyes follow, voices lower. And why? Because confidence, real confidence, is the rarest thing in the world. And when people see it, oh, they feel it. But here's the problem. Most people don't have it. Not because they can't. Oh, no, no, no. Because they never taught themselves how. Because from the moment they were old enough to understand words, they were fed the wrong ones. Stay quiet. Don't stand out. Don't think you're special. And oh, they listened. They drank it in like poison, let it soak into their bones until it became their truth. And now they walk around wondering why no one sees them, why no one hears them. It's simple. The world treats you exactly how you trained it to. And the trick, the real secret, you can retrain it. It all starts with what you say. Not to them, to yourself. Because before the world ever sees you as powerful, you have to see it. Before they believe you, you have to believe it. Because if your own mind doesn't buy the act, no one else will either. So what do? You start feeding yourself the right words, not once, not twice, every single day. You repeat it over and over until your brain has no choice but to accept it, until the words aren't just something you say, but something you are. And when that switch flips, oh, that's when the fun begins, because suddenly people react to you differently. Not because they changed, but because you did. You don't hesitate when you speak, so they listen. You don't shrink when you walk, so they move for you. You don't act like you're waiting for permission, so the world assumes you already have it. And that's the joke, isn't it? It was never about waiting for respect. It was always about demanding it, without saying a word. People think words are just words. Harmless little sounds that float into the air and disappear, but oh, if they only knew. If they only understood the power those tiny, innocent little syllables hold. See, words are alive. They don't just vanish after you say them. No, no, no. They linger, they crawl into the cracks of your mind, settle in, make themselves at home. And before you know it, they own you. You ever wonder why some people never get anywhere? Why they seem stuck? Always complaining, always struggling, always losing. It's not the world that did that to them. It's not fate. It's not bad luck. It's them. It's the words they choose. Every single day, without even thinking, they build their own cage. I can't do this. It's too hard. I'm not good enough. Oh, it's just a sentence, right? Just a few little words strung together. But say it enough times, and it becomes a spell, a curse they place on themselves over and over, until it wraps around them like chains, pulling them down, keeping them small. They don't even realize they're doing it. They think it's just how life is. But then there are the ones who figured it out. The ones who know the trick. They speak differently, not because they were born lucky, not because they were handed some magical gift. No, it's because they trained themselves. They picked their words like a weapon, like a shield. I always find a way. I am stronger than this. Nothing breaks me. They say it, they repeat it, they become it. And then the world has no choice but to follow. Because here's the secret. The words you say aren't just describing your life. They are creating it. You tell yourself you're weak? Congratulations, you just made yourself weaker. You tell yourself you'll fail? You've already lost. The mind listens, the body listens, the universe, oh, it listens too. And it doesn't care if what you're saying is true. It just delivers, like a little servant taking orders. So the real question is, what are you ordering? Most people don't even think about it. They just speak. They let the same tired, broken phrases tumble out of their mouths day after day, and then they wonder why nothing changes, why they feel stuck, why they are stuck. But it's not a mystery. It's not some grand puzzle. It's right there, plain as day. They've been hypnotizing themselves, brainwashing themselves into failure. And the worst part? They don't even realize they have the power to break it. But the ones who do, the ones who understand, oh, they play a different game. They don't just talk, they command. They don't beg life for scraps. They tell it exactly what they want. They shape their world with their words, brick by brick, thought by thought, until there's no room left for doubt, no room left for weakness. Only power, only certainty. And that's the difference, isn't it? Between those who stay in the shadows and those who step into the light. Between those who fade away and those who leave a mark. Do you ever notice how people whisper when they talk about power? Oh, they won't admit it, won't even say the word out loud, but you can see it in their eyes, that little flicker of fear, that hesitation, because deep down, they know the truth. Power isn't something you ask for, it's something you take. Oh, but that makes them uncomfortable, doesn't it? The idea that someone could just decide to have power, that they could reach out, wrap their fingers around it, and make it theirs. No permission, no waiting, no right time, just taking it. But here's the fun part. Most people don't even realize they already have it. They go through life acting like they're waiting for some magic moment, some big sign that tells them, okay, now you're allowed to be strong. But that moment, it never comes. Because no one is giving them power. No one ever was. See, the trick is simple. Power belongs to the ones who act like they already have it. Confidence? It's not about being the strongest, the smartest, the best. No, no, no. It's about walking into the room like you own it. Like there's not a single doubt in your mind that you belong there. And when people see that, oh, they believe it too. Because people don't follow the best. They don't follow the most talented. They follow the most certain. The one who doesn't flinch. The one who moves like the whole world bends around them, not the other way around. Oh, but the weak ones, the ones who hesitate, they get trampled, not because they weren't good enough, but because they thought they weren't good enough. And that's all it takes. A single moment of doubt, a tiny little crack in the armor. And once it's there, once they let it in, it spreads. It rots them from the inside out until there's nothing left but a shell, a ghost of who they could have been. And here's the real joke. Everyone is faking it. The ones at the top, the ones people look up to, they don't have all the answers. They're just better at pretending they do. They made a choice. They decided, I will not be weak today. And they did it again the next day, and the next, until eventually it wasn't pretending anymore. It was just who they were. But the ones who wait, the ones who say, I'll be confident when I feel ready, they never feel ready. Because confidence doesn't come first, action does. The moment you decide to move, to step forward, to act like you already own the world, that's when the world starts believing it too. Most people never figure that out. They keep waiting, they keep hesitating, and they wonder why life keeps passing them by, why opportunities slip through their fingers, why they watch other people rise while they stay in the same place, year after year, drowning in excuses. But the ones who understand, The ones who just go for it, they win. Every time. Because the game was never about being the best. It was about being fearless.